Hi, this is James Malinchak, featured on ABC's hit TV show, Secret Millionaire, and I'm so excited to have my special guest with me, Chad Disbennett. Chad is a nationally recognized financial educator, author, speaker, and he is a CFP, a certified financial planner. Hey, Chad, welcome.
Thanks for having me, James. Great to be here.
Glad to have you. Well, let's jump right into it. Who do you love to help?
You know, I specialize in, I work with a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives, and healthcare professionals like doctors and surgeons, and I found I've had the biggest impact with them.
And so working with them, what have you found that they really want?
You know, it's kind of funny. Whether they've got 2 million or 50 million, they all seem to want the same three things. They want peace, they want freedom, and they want impact so that they can finish strong.
That's what we all want, right?
So when I think about peace, I think they really want to be able to sleep through the night. So if they wake up in the middle of the night, they're not really thinking about the financial side of things, right?
Stressing out over things.
Right. They want to know that the things that they're doing are actually going to get them to where they want to be, which is our second point, which is freedom. And it's having the freedom to do the things that they want and know that they're taking steps so that when they retire, they can do the things that they really want to do and not really change their lifestyle, right? And then the third thing is they want to have an impact. They want to have an impact not only on their family, but also on their communities, on the things, the people that they care most deeply about, the charities, the causes that they care about. And when they have those things of peace, freedom, and impact, they tend to finish strong. And that's what we try to do, is help our clients finish strong.
I love that, peace, freedom, and impact. You know, you really are kind of a coach to these folks.
Absolutely. You know, I really have a passion to do this, and I really have two passions or two values or principles, as it were, in my company, which is, number one, no one's going to take advantage of the people that we work with, and number two, to be the best possible coach that I can be. And I really came to have those values in a very unique way. So, as you know, when I was 2 years old, I was kidnapped.
Right, that's an amazing story.
By my biological mom and the guy that she was with. And my dad actually hired a guy that was literally featured on 60 Minutes for finding lost kids.
Wow.
And he typically found them in a couple weeks, and it took him over a year to track me down. And when my dad got me back, he was so adamant that you don't take advantage of people. And I didn't know it at the time, but I found out later that the guy that my mother was with was literally taking advantage of people and was misusing their money. So he was very adamant about that. And I know that we've talked before, and you've had challenges or times in your life where you were taken advantage of.
Sure.
For me, I was bullied a lot. I was in school, I was a much smaller guy, and it was through athletics that I learned how to kind of be a part of a team and not be bullied. And for me, it became very important not only that I wasn't bullied, but standing up to those folks in my life, but making sure that people around me didn't have to experience that. So that really became one of my key pillars to our company. And then the second was I had a lot of great coaches in my life. So I was a high school football player, and I was blessed enough to be the quarterback on the football team, and my football coach, Bill Frost, came to me and he said, "Chad, I think you should run cross country." I was like, what are you talking about, Coach? You know, I'm a starting quarterback, I'm the safety.
Right.
You don't want me? And he said, "No, Chad, it's not that I don't want you." He said, "Last year it was the first time you ever ran track. You broke all of our distance records." He said, "And I think you got a real chance to get a Division I scholarship running cross country and track." And
he saw something you didn't see.
You know, he saw a future I couldn't even fathom. And I was smart and I listened, and I was able to work it out where I could do both. It led to a Division I scholarship at the University of Cincinnati, where you used to go.
Go Cats.
Go Bearcats. and quite frankly, it instilled yet another life lesson. To be a great coach, you have to try to see a future that your clients maybe can't see for themselves. So as I work with pre-retirees and retirees, I really come at it with two passions. Number one, nobody's going to take advantage of the people that I work with. And number two, I'm going to be the best possible coach that I can be to help them with what they've saved, what they've risked, what they've really put together so that they can have that abundant retirement and finish strong.
So, you know, I'm getting, this isn't a job, this isn't a career, this is a mission.
Really,
You're
for
the
me,
protector of people.
It's a mission for me, and it's something I enjoy so deeply. And our industry as a whole, really, it's broken. And I'm on a mission to fix that. And I'm doing speaking, I'm educating, I'm talking to other people in the industry, because it's really about our clients and doing what's right for them. And there's nothing that burns me more, James, than the financial bullies that are out there today, that are using misinformation and scare tactics to get people to do things that aren't really in their best interest, but they're jamming their square product pegs into every round hole that they see, right? So we're really focused on making sure that our clients have the best information, and that really they see some of those obstacles that are in their way and the challenges that they face to get them to where they want to go.
You know, what you do that I love, because I have been sharing this with people for 20 some years, is you don't lead with a bib under the chin saying, "Give to me," meaning being a taker from folks. You have taken the bib from around your chin and laid it over your forearm as a napkin, and you walk around saying, "How can I serve people? How can I protect them? How can I help them have freedom in their life and in their future, and see things they don't even see, and uncover blind spots that are potholes that they may be heading toward, and you direct them around them." You know.
Right, and you said potholes. That's so brilliant, because when people come in, I always say, it's not the pothole that you see that does all the damage to your car, right? It's the ones that you don't see that really do all the damage. And there are a lot of potholes that are out there that are just waiting to hurt people.
Well, let's talk about that. What are some challenges that you have seen working with all of your clients over the years that maybe are some common ones?
Well, you know, we've identified 12 key challenges or obstacles potholes that are in the book, but I know we don't have time to talk about all of them. But one of the big ones that I see is Uncle Sam. And quite frankly, he's not your uncle.
He's not a nice uncle.
No. The IRS and taxes are an ongoing concern. I mean, there's over 70,000 pages in the IRS tax code. And inside those pages are some pretty big potholes, but there's also some great opportunities. And a lot of times we see people that are paying taxes that they just shouldn't be paying.
Right.
And quite frankly, if I can save my clients $1,000 or $10,000 on taxes, isn't that the same as making $1,000 or $10,000?
100%, yeah.
So that's one big one that we see over and over again for high income earners and high net worth folks, is taxes is an ongoing concern.
And it's never going away. It's a definite, just like death is a definite, right?
Death and taxes, right? The only difference between death and taxes, death doesn't get worse every time Congress gets together, right?
So what's another challenge you see?
You know, a second one that we see a lot is that people don't use specialists. You know, there's two things that I don't trust Walmart with. One is my health and the other is my wealth, right? So if you have a particular health issue, you go to a specialist, right?
Sure.
So we've found that a lot of times in our industry, people have been lied to. Entrepreneurs, people that have been able to successfully build wealth and accumulate wealth, have been taught by our industry that they should be just as good at preserving, protecting, and passing it on.
So you mean if I'm good over here in my business, that doesn't mean I'm also good at figuring out my plan?
You know, it's kind of funny. You said one of my idols, I know he's one of yours too, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I love Michael.
Oh, I think the greatest basketball player ever play, right?
I agree.
Now, he tried to also play a second sport, right? How'd that work out for him?
He went back to his wheelhouse of what he was good at.
He went back to what he was good at. So one of the things that we talk about is just being really good at helping our clients to see that there are things that they shouldn't be doing. There are things that they should delegate.
You know, and I understand that, because I've done that. You know, I think, okay, I'm really good over here with what I do, and that transfers to everything else. But in reality, I hurt myself when I don't go to a specialist. It took me a long time to figure that one out.
There's a lot of truth to that, which is our third challenge that I'll talk about, is knowledge gaps. You know, I always say there's things that we know. There's the things we think we know, which is always bigger than the things we actually know. And then there's the things we don't know that we don't know. And that's really where a specialist comes in. Somebody who's doing it all the time. You know, I don't work on my own car. My brother-in-law is a mechanic. He's a genius at it. I'll take it to him and let him work on it, because that's what he's doing 10, 12 hours a day. Well, the same thing holds true in this area. This is just something we decided a long time ago. We were going to specialize and work with high net worth folks, because the things that are to plan for them is a little different than planning for others. So it needs to be customized.
Well, you know what's amazing is God forbid someone's ill, they're not going to go on the internet and try and diagnose themselves and write a prescription for themselves, right? They're going to not go, hopefully, to a general practitioner. They're going to go to a specialist for that particular need. At least that's what I would do.
Right.
But, you know, I will bet that folks all day long are going on the internet trying to figure out their financial plan, their financial path, if you will.
You know, that we see that all the time, and I talk about that in some workshops that I do. There's a lot of, I love the Do-It-Yourself Network. You ever watch that?
Yes.
30 minutes, how to completely redo your house. Right. It never works for me. I can never get it done in 30 minutes.
It never looks as easy as all the
Right.
video stuff.
So one of the things that we talk to people about is making sure that they understand there are some things that you can do for yourself, but really if you want to be at the next level, then you need to hire a specialist. You need to find people that understand those potholes that are out there that can help you navigate around them.
Yeah, because going to someone like you saves me time, energy, effort, and money in the long run. You know, rather than I think I'm saving time, energy, effort, and money by doing it myself. But you really alleviate all that for me. So someone watching right now, what would you tell them is the next step? This is great information, but now what's the next thing?
You know, that's a perfect question, because I always say that the first step is the hardest step.
Absolutely.
Right? So taking action is really, really important. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step.
Right.
So the most important thing is to take action right away. The Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree, 20 years ago. The second best time is today, right now.
I
so
always say
take action.
the best day to start is any day that ends in Y.
Any day that ends in Y. And someday ends in Y, but we don't want to use that
Right, we don't
one,
want to
right?
use someday. That's right. I never thought
The
about that.
second thing is find a specialist. Find somebody that's an all-star in the industry that teaches others, whether it's our firm or somebody else. Find someone you can trust that really specializes with people just like you. And then we've actually provided some free resources that's going to be on the bottom of the screen where people can click and go and get some things that will help them get the ball rolling.
That's great, Chad. Thank you so much for being here,
James,
my
always
friend.
a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to see you. So there you have it. Don't wait. Take action. The most successful folks take action. And when is the best time to start? Right now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Start creating your path, your future, your freedom future, if you will. Call Chad today. Talk to Chad. Talk to his team. Have a meeting with them. And go below and get your free complimentary resources. I'm James Malinchak. Thanks for watching.